Hello everybody, this is Mr. Icarus casting another 4PL tournament match. This match going to be Infernity RS against Fnatic North America. We saw Fnatic North America in the second match of the tournament. They played very well, very well against Team Deserto, and definitely up and coming team. For those who don't know, Fnatic is an established Dota brand, if you will. They just recently came up with a North American team for them. The regular Fnatic team is based in Europe, and so far the North American team doing absolutely insane. SMURFDOTA coming up with some great plays. Fun playing very well. Hannah Montana playing very well as well. Infernity RS is a new team. I believe this is their first official tournament that they played in. And I believe Russian, based on the RS. I believe Russian. Currently, they have 84% wins, according to Dota Buff. At any rate, that was all I was really able to find out about them. Something like 84 wins, 82%. They're 23 wins and 5 losses, with a 4,600 rating on Dota Buff, or whatever that counts for. So it'll be interesting to see how they can play against Fnatic North America, who we know are a team that come from quite a good pedigree, and that we've already seen can play very strongly together as a cohesive group. First ban's going up, our very favorite Nyx Assassin. Man, that guy just gets banned first every single match that we've seen so far. Gyrocopter going out, been very strong in the last few matches. Phantom Lancer too, of course, very big in the metagame right now, and Coddle just annoying as hell on any of the lanes. Seer going to come up, of course, one of the big picks in the meta right now as well. Very strong solo off laning. We can expect to see him there. People don't really jungle Seer much anymore, or I haven't seen it in ages, but but definitely a very powerful solo off lane that we saw in the very first match, actually, of this tournament. MTW or MTL was one of the players who played an absolutely insane Seer. So it'll be interesting to see who picks it up on this match and how well they do. Wisp, of course, also very strong support, able to tether around, take people to the other sides of the map, and make some great ganks and great heals happen. Super supporty support, and Nature's Prophet. So will we end up having a jungler on Infernity? Seems a little unusual, especially since they know that Seer is already up, and they're going to have a very strong offlane that they're going to have to deal with. Puck probably going to go mid. Nature's Prophet perhaps on one of the lanes. If on one of the lanes, then probably safe lane bottom? And I'm not sure yet where Wisp would go. They're really holding back who their strong carry is going to be. Fnatic really setting themselves up for some insane team fight ability, though. Seer with the wall and vacuum, and Batrider, of course, once he gets his blink dagger, being able to just lasso people right the heck out of fights.
5 seconds.
It's very difficult. So I would expect to see a Batrider mid, or maybe Shadow Demon. We have seen a couple Shadow Demon mids recently. Very strong mid, but not nearly as strong as Batrider, I don't think. But I'm not sure who they would pick to go up against Nature's Prophet. Haven't seen Tinker in one of these sorts of matches in quite a long time. That would definitely provide the counter push that maybe they need. They don't really have to worry about Phantom Lancer's illusions. That's something that we've seen a lot. And they are going to ban out Lifestealer, which could mean that they're going for something a little tankier. Sven was quite popular a little while ago. It would be interesting to see him come back. And Lina getting banned out. They definitely don't want a lot of burst damage on such squishy heroes like Wisp and Puck. It still does leave characters like Zeus. Would be another strong mid, but they're probably not going to pick Zeus because they already have Batrider. Last ban, Chaos Knight. I don't know. I still haven't really seen Chaos Knight become sort of the dominant force in a fight that you see other heroes like Anti-Mage or Phantom Lancer or Faceless Void kind of become. Just seems like, I mean, he has the same kind of stun the Skeleton King and Sven have. Skeleton King comes with, you know, built-in Vampiric Aura, the built-in Aegis, essentially, and even more useful than him, Sven, with huge cleave and a ton of extra damage from his ulti. Ricky does get banned out, and who are we going to see picked up by Infernity? Wisp, Nature's Prophet, Puck. I'm not really sure how this build's going to go.
10 seconds remaining.
They definitely have quite a bit to worry about with Shadow Demon and Batrider, especially if they go roaming around together. Although neither are able to put out that much damage, but between Disruption and the Flaming Lasso, it's going to be quite hard to deal with. Clockwerk probably going to be our offlaner opposing Darkseer. I'm sorry, not opposing Darkseer, opposing whoever ends up on the main lane, and Lone Druid, perhaps in jungle. But actually, no, more likely than not, going to be on the safe lane. Will be able to pressure back the Clockwerk with the bear. So Batrider on mid, Darkseer on off lane, Lone Druid on the safe lane with Shadow Demon support. Will they go for a try? I think that they'd pick up their last pickup is going to be a try. They don't have Coddle, which is a little unfortunate because that would make a very, very powerful tri lane.
5 seconds
but
remaining.
they could still pick up someone like Jakiro.
Bounty Hunter.
And Bounty Hunter is going to come in.
Dire team pick.
Alright, so they did ban out Ricky, but they are going to have to worry about a little bit of that roaming gankness. And who are they going to pick up at their last one? Between Lone Druid as the hard carry. I don't expect that he'll be jungling, but I could be wrong. Will they pick up another carry character, or will they go for a another support for a tri-lane, kind of like Jakiro? Will they go for another solid jungler that they can just keep up there? They did get rid of Lifestealer, although Lifestealer wouldn't have been so useful in Leshrac, so it is going to be a tri-lane, I believe, on the top lane for Fnatic. Batrider is going to probably go mid, Darkseer on the off-lane bot against, I would be willing to bet, Bounty Hunter and Nature's Prophet in the jungle. Clockwerk in the off lane. And a Puck mid, so Wisp would go down and support Bounty Hunter, I think. Alright, well, let's get loaded in here. Very excited to see this game. Fnatic definitely is one of the teams that I'm going to be keeping an eye on as we go into it. They played very, very well in the last match in this tournament, and I think that we can expect them to become competitive even with the European team.
10 seconds remaining.
Nature's Prophet, they're going to have a lot of push here, but Leshrac definitely quite the counter push that Fnatic's going to want. And oh no, we already have a loaded in disconnect. Not having a whole lot of luck with connection issues these games. There's the pink chick, but while we're here, we'll go ahead and take a look at this. Fnatic.MSS is going to be on Batrider. Hannah Montana going to be playing Darkseer in the off lane. Fun on Shadow Demon. Fail on Leshrac or F4L. I still haven't figured that one out. SMURFDOTA on Lone Druid. With the great little panda spirit bear. Oh, very cute. All right. And back on iNfernity.Matori is going to be playing Nature's Prophet. That is a name that I cannot read through there. Petricko. Petricko on Bounty Hunter. NXL on Puck. Loser 990 on Clockwerk. And is it the Wisp that I can't read? Yes, Sonya on Wisp. So we'll wait here for Nature's Prophet to reload in. One of my favorite parts of all these matches is always seeing what kind of couriers the supports having can pick up. Last game we saw a very cool Baby Roshan with the Rose Petal effect. It's be interesting to see if anybody here has any of the cool couriers. Especially since we already do have the bear. Alright, and the first ready goes out. Do we have a response ready from Fnatica? There's the G, and we're unpaused. Alright, straight into it. We've seen a lot of roaming around early on in the games so far in the tournament. And Basic Donkey. And the glowing eye war yak thing that we've seen, that we saw them pull out in the last game. Very cool effect. But we've seen some very aggressive play in the early game by teams so far in this tournament, and looking for very early first bloods. Fnatic able to pick one up, I believe, in the last match that they played. But I don't think that they're going to be going for it again in quite the same way. Leshrac and Shadow Demon are going bot lane with the Dark Seer. I don't know if they'll be staying there. I would be very surprised if they did, although Lone Druid, of course, able to solo fairly well on his own. Does have the bear, and the bear is out scouting around looking for people. Bounty Hunter going to get sighted.
30 seconds to battle.
That's pretty much it already. Trees going out, looking just sort of to keep people back, make sure that no one's walking around through the jungle. No one's going to get killed. These guys waiting here for anybody that tries to come up and get that. But, you know, everybody playing a little conservatively this game. They've seen the actions that the other teams have been able to take. Fnatic, of course, very aggressive in their last match. And,
the battle begins.
You know, Infernity has seen that before, and they're going to play it safe, play it defensive, try not to get caught out. They do have a lot of very squishy heroes in this game. No one very tanky, no one can take a lot of damage. Lone Druid definitely has the advantage there. Dark Seer are going to be able to get very tanky. Batrider not very squishy at all. So they know that they're at a disadvantage, especially here in the early game as far as health goes. They gotta play it safe. Alright, a little unusual laning here. Not what I would expect at all. Which tells you, you know, how creative I am with this whole stuff. Hannah Montana and Darkseer are going to be going bot, and it looks like we're going to have a bottom aggressive tri-lane coming in. They're going to try to push out the Clockwerk. And Puck here trying to get last hits. Gonna be a little bit strange. Clockwerk does need some farm to be able to become, you know, to play at full effectiveness. Tree Protector, of course, going to just go ahead and jungle. Or, I'm sorry, Tree Protector. Nature's Prophet going to just go ahead and keep with the jungle. Does have the very cool stump treants. And will we see sort of an aggressive gank here? Leshrac and them going to pull it off. Not as many wards as I would have expected to be placed on the camps to prevent Nature's Prophet from being able to jungle as aggressively, force them to buy sentries, force them to spend money on just keeping you from keeping them getting money. Oh, and there's one. All matched up right next to each other. Isn't that cute? So it does look like Fnatic's just going to be kind of aggressive here. Just try to keep Nature's Prophet off of his farm. Don't let it be easy. Batrider definitely with a huge advantage against Wisp here in the mid lane. Wisp probably not the best mid lane that they could have chosen. I would have expected Puck maybe to be quite a bit more solid against the Batrider, but I could be wrong. But I don't expect that Wisp is going to be picking up much in the way of last hits or harass compared to what the Batrider is able to do. Gonna have to keep basically popping those spirits and trying to do as much damage as they possibly can. And up here on the top lane, Bounty Hunter and Lone Druid. Once Lone Druid gets that bear, and it looks like the bear is currently stacking creeps for him. But once Lone Druid gets the bear up here, Bounty Hunter's not going to be able to get close to the farm at all. And Puck is actually faring fairly well against Darkseer as far as getting those creeps. Are able to stop the pool. This is something that we saw Fnatic do very well in the last match as well. They get in there, they're very aggressive along in this area here, and they're able to pull the creeps past and make sure that the wave stays pushed as opposed to stopped. That also keeps the supports down here on the bot lane from getting the farm that they need. Really, Clockwerk kind of dependent since he's not taking last hits and hasn't been picking up most of the experience that, you know, been leaving Puck to the experience. He needs that farm, and it's a great way to keep them from getting it. And Fnatic absolutely playing very well in that regard. Fun and Fail moving around through the jungle, really keeping Nature's Prophet sort of limited on what he is and isn't able to do. He's going to be up here farming on the large cliff, but they're going to go ahead and pull that creep right away from him. They do not have... I think their only big issue is that they're not going to be able to get levels very quickly. Both of these characters, of course, very level dependent, and so as we get into the mid game and stuff, if they don't have those levels, then they're not going to be able to contribute to the team fights, I think, in the way that they really need to. But definitely leaving all the experience and a ton of gold to their strong carries, to their big initiators. Batrider are going to be able to pick up a very early Blink Dagger, I think, in this match, and definitely way out farming Wisp. And farm actually completely going the way of Fnatic here, so they are situating themselves very well, perhaps a bit stronger of a team makeup, I think, than what
Denied.
Than what Infernity, or I'm sorry,
Invisibility.
he's the one who has the name in it. Infernity has. Does manage to pick up the invisibility rune. We see them moving around quite a lot. Another big issue for Matori here. He needs this jungle farm. They've established very early he needs this jungle farm, and he's not able to get any of it. He can't move around safely with Leshrac and Shadow Demon able to beat on him the way they have been. Puck, of course, working very well, able to keep up with Bounty Hunter and not too far behind Hannah Montana at all. But Hannah Montana definitely being very aggressive and ruining all of Clockwerk's farm completely. Making things very difficult for Clockwerk here. And we'll see the rocket come out, probably going to try to do some damage and get sight for... No, going all the way up top. Do a little bit of extra damage to Smurf. Smurf running a little bit low on both the bear and himself. But definitely pushing Bounty Hunter back. And here's where we see Smurf definitely being a lot more aggressive with the bear. Lone Druid, of course, requires that extra micro to be really effective, but going to be a lot more aggressive with the bear. Push them back in. No, Matori's up here. And are they going to be able to get first blood? First blood goes the way of Smurf. Gets the bear in there and gets the kill on Bounty Hunter. Does take the hit, but he's going to have that first blood gold, and that's absolutely going to go in his direction. 445 for 263. He made money off of that transaction right there. No, very good. Matori up there trying to get the save, and just not fast enough. You see Batrider already finishing up Magic Wand and Bottle. Definitely farming much stronger than Wisp here on the mid lane. Wisp not able to keep him off. These spirits just not enough to damage, not enough to do. Not getting rune control either. I don't believe that they have wards anymore. No, they do not. So Wisp operating without wards, definitely, definitely at a mid lane disadvantage here. Oh, and it looks like Loser's going to go down. Clockwerk does take the hit from Leshrac, and Puck manages to pin them both down, and he should be able to get away. Does he have a TP scroll? No, he's going to be stuck here in the jungle. Hopefully he can get some TP support to come in, but he has a lot of damage coming his way. Ion Shell, of course, doing a ton of damage, and between everybody here, there goes the trees with the vacuum. Find her out, and Hannah Montana able to pick up the kill. Oh, and here comes the TP, able to take out Shadow Demon, putting out a lot of damage. They do have great mobility between the Nature's Prophet and the Wisp. They're able to get units across the map very quickly and get support down there. It was kind of a shame that they weren't able to do that earlier and save Puck from going down. But we're able to force them back a little bit, get that kill on Shadow Demon, which is going to set them back. Leshrac looks like going to have to walk all the way back. No? But very low on health. Definitely going hard support, but still 1,400 gold.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Nothing to laugh at here. Pop Glyph trying to keep them off the tower. We'll see if he can get the last hits on here. Yes! SMURFDOTA does pick up the last hit on the tower, and will chase will chase Puck back with the bear while continuing to regain some farm for himself. And Nature's Prophet absolutely being shut down completely by this aggressive roaming from aggressive roaming by Leshrac. Only 10 last hits so far. He should have way more than that jungling. Just complete free farm, or I should say, if he had free farm, he'd be doing a lot better. And it does look like Darkseer is going to be able to come back, try to push them off, and pick up some gold in the process. Ion Shell just doing absolutely insane amounts of damage at level 4. I mean, he can just shred through. He's going to take the entire stack here and just ruin the farm for not only Nature's Prophet, but Clockwerk and everybody else. Looks like they're going to try to push a little heavy here on mid. Ton of damage coming out. Did manage to get all of the spirits to hit. It's a lot of damage. Bounty Hunter very fast, and yes, Batrider is going to go down. Expect them to put a little bit of pressure on the mid tower right now if they can. But they may have to come down bottom just to defend this bottom tower. Nature's Prophet, 4 points into the trees, but not able to really push back in the way that he needs to. Still only level 5. Go ahead and take a look at the levels here. Yeah, one of the lowest. I mean, matched up levels with Leshrac. And it looks like Fun is going to go down here. Wisp doing very, very strong play here. Very strong play from Wisp. And we're going to see him going for great tether, and I think we're going to see both Fail and Hannah Montana go down here. A little bit of burst damage from MSS is going to Ion Shell him, and will we see a drag out? No, did already use it, is able to pick off Nature's Prophet with the massive amount of damage, and definitely superior mobility from Batrider here. Yes, and Darkseer gets the kill. There's 2. And they're going to have to go back. Bounty Hunter coming out of nowhere to take the kill. Hannah Montana going to have to surge out, but unable to deal with sort of the massively, massively increased move speed that Bounty Hunter gains when he's tethered with those Tranquil boots on. And absolutely huge play for Infernity here. Able to really just completely even out the kill difference. They were falling really far behind there, and over the course of that long, team fight, able to really take a huge advantage. They're going to have to pull back here. Both Fail and Fun under-leveled in relation to Wisp. Massively under-leveled in relation to Wisp and Bounty Hunter. And they can't go toe-to-toe. Tori pushing back. And, 4 kills. There we go. 4 kills to Bounty Hunter. That's going to be absolutely huge. That's the sort of thing that a Bounty Hunter player needs to really start making his presence known. He was getting fairly good last hits, at least compared to the rest of his team, but still behind in kills, barely kills, a bit more evenly spread out across Fnatic, but Lone Druid just solo farming, solo pushing, while everything else is going on. And here comes the bear. Looks like they're going to try and take mid here. And we do see the push. Matori's going to have to push over, or I'm sorry, Nature's Prophet's going to have to TP back over here. Help out, I think, with the defense. But they are going to be able to take this tower. Just very aggressive early game, something that we always expect from the Fnatic team, and North America is no different. North America definitely no different. Would expect to see a few more sentries coming out, or do we have a Gem of True Sight? We do not yet. But the big worry about Bounty Hunter, they're not going to get caught out because they are moving around altogether. Abandon their lanes completely, looking for heavy push. Going to force the fights, force them to come here. Really, they think the only reason we lost the last fight, we have some superior team fight, superior levels. The reason we lost the last team fight was because we were all getting caught out 1, 2 at a time. We got to just avoid that, and we can really do the kind of damage that we need. So it looks like they're going to pull around, try to defend mid a little bit. There goes the Ion Shell. Bounty Hunter not going to be able to get too close to him because of that, and a little bit unsure whether he's going to be able to out-damage the Darkseer at this point in the game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And we see the TPs coming in, everybody moving towards mid. There's the disruption, does have him locked down. Cogs are going to get popped, but no, manages to lock in his own teammate, nobody else. Pretty good tether, not bad. Fnatic is going to lose MSS. I think Batrider going to go down any second now. No, manages to pull the Wisp into tower range. Will they be able to get the kill here? A lot of damage coming off of the bear, but no, 3 of them down. Batrider almost dead, and Lone Druid the only one with any health. This is a fight that is definitely going to go the way of Infernity. And they're going to have to pull out a little bit. Buzz gets stuck in with Lone Druid, and he's going to die in his own trees. We see the track go out for Bounty Hunter, and that really, I think, would have been a complete team wipe in favor of Infernity if Bounty Hunter had been in the entirety of the fight. But not so much, and Lone Druid able to come in and clean up. Farm definitely still had the advantage of Fnatic despite the loss there. Still ahead by 4,000 even though it dipped back a little bit. XP of course by 3,000. Did get quite a bit of gain there with just with SMURFDOTA absolutely picking up those kills. Great player, great plays. And Bounty Hunter up 5. It does look like they're going to go for Roche here. And Infernity still without wards around Roshan, so I don't know if they're going to be able to see that he's going down. Probably suspecting since no one is out. And we have a disconnect. Nature's Prophet disconnecting. Wisp is going to have to pause. This is, excuse me, this is going to give them a little bit more time to look around and see where Fnatic isn't. And, you know, decide that, yeah, they're doing Roche. Currently only Wisp and Bounty Hunter in range to kind of do anything about this push. Roshan already under half health, and I don't know if they're going to be able to get enough people there in time to prevent the push or burn the Aegis. Matori, of course, except for the disconnect, doing what Nature Prophet does best. Split pushing, getting where the enemy isn't, take your trees, take a bunch of creeps, and start knocking down these towers. And it's really something that he's going to have to be very aggressive in doing. Bounty Hunter, you know, picking up the kills, but it's going to be very easy to sort of get around him as long as they're buying sight, as long as they're buying stuff. Fnatic definitely with far more solid disables than Infernity has at this point in the game, and I think we'll see that happen where Bounty Hunter is really able to, at this point, sneak into the team fights and get those last hits and get those kills, do a little bit of extra damage, support, pull track gold, which is, of course, massively useful. But as far as just straight stuns and disables, Fnatic really has a massive advantage there. So if they're able to seek out Bounty Hunter before he can get in and do his damage, they can completely shut him down. I think anyways. Wisp, of course, going to be able to provide Bounty Hunter with some massive maneuverability, get him into those fights, or get someone else into the fights to support Bounty Hunter in some strong ganks. We are only 14 minutes in, so anything could happen. But picking up treads, Clockwerk going very supporty, picks up the sentry wards and more observers. They know that they're a little short-sighted. They know they can't see, and they need to. They want to try to deny sight to Fnatic. They know that Fnatic is doing the exact same thing. They're putting down those sentries. They're knocking down those observer wards. All right, so they do have sight, but Fnatic not sure how many people are over there. Will they be able to finish off Roshan? No, I don't believe so. Managed to get them out, but the entire team over here now. Fnatic does have sight of Bounty Hunter. Well, I guess he's not invisible yet, exactly. And boom, there's the extra track gold. Great targeting on there. And Fnatic going to have to just run away, taking a ton of damage. Hannah Montana going to go down. And Lone Druid does manage to finish off Roshan while they're all there. So they do sacrifice 3 for that Aegis, make some gold off of that. But do take quite a bit of death, and I think we're going to see... There's another pause, but I do think that we're going to see Smurf be the dominant force by far for Fnatic. They're just trying to get him farmed, get him going, and I believe that he's going to have more carry potential than Bounty Hunter as the game goes on. And it looks like we're having some keyboard trouble. They're a little bit unfortunate for Fnatic. They kind of panicked there, started pulling out of the Roche pit. What they probably should have done is, you know, Roshan was still at half health, pulled all the way out up onto here, get the high ground so that they can start establishing when they want to fight, how they want to fight. Instead, they kind of got caught off a little bit split. A couple guys over here, a couple guys running this way. Puck was able to tether 3 of them, which we've been seeing great ultis by Puck. This the Dream Coil, absolutely landing them. It's rock solid. Great tracks, just are timely tracks, I should say, from Bounty Hunter too. And you know, Clockwerk not contributing quite as much as I think that they were hoping. Did get shut down pretty hard by Darkseer there in the bottom lane, but they have a lot of push potential. They do have a lot of damage potential, and they have enough control that they can really make the most of these sorts of team fights where Fnatic is a little unsure of themselves, are not entirely together. Don't have their positioning right, It's one of these things that we're starting to see in the matches that Fnatic plays. They're extremely strong when they have the plan set up, when they can move in on their own terms, when they sort of dictate how the fight's going to go. They know how it's going to go. They know they're going to initiate. They know who's going to attack when. They are absolutely flawless. But we have seen sort of a little bit of a weakness so far in their ability to handle sort of surprise situations or somewhat ambiguous, little amorphous attacks where it's not quite as certain who you're going to start on, which direction you're going to head in. And so they got to kind of work on that communication, I think, in order to become as effective as they are at initiating fights. Because when they're on the receiving end of them, things do get a little bit more difficult. Lone Druid might is finished, pulling in a lot of money. Probably going to see a Radiance on the Spirit Bear at some point. But who knows, perhaps not. And it looks like they're just hiding out looking for the push maybe? Trying to get some heal. Just going to play it safe. There goes the bear. Still don't see Bounty Hunter. Would be probably pretty great for them to be able to get sight on the bear. But Bounty Hunter gets a little too close to the tower here. He is going to get seen. And they'll be able to take him out. I don't think he will, though. Darkseer going to be pushing out the bot lane, and no, wasn't able to see them, wasn't able to sight them out. And both teams kind of just moving around, a little wary of who's where, and boom, there's the sentry. Drops it to look for counter wards, instead finds a Bounty Hunter. Won't be able to get the kill on him, doesn't have the stun, and didn't pick up any entangles from the bear. But definitely going to make him much, much safer. Bounty Hunter moving around, knowing that Lone Druid's going to be in the jungle farming. And now Lone Druid will be prepared for him. They're going to push back this lane, and Matori finally getting that farm he so desperately needs. But still, 44-51 under the Batrider. Puck pulling ahead. Lone Druid and Darkseer very, very far ahead. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the hero levels here. Quite a bit evened out. Fnatic had quite the level advantage early on in the game. But now, looks like they're falling behind. Leshrac and, of course, Shadow Demon, like I was saying before. Fun, not getting much experience, running around, being very aggressive with the gank. We're able to keep Nature's Prophet off of farm, but not getting the levels he's going to need. He needs to just be kind of hanging on to people while they farm and get those extra levels, get caught up so that he can use more of his spells, get a bigger mana pool, and become quite a bit more useful. You know, he's only got 4 points in that he can use. Leshrac still only 7, while everybody else is up at 10 and 11. For characters like these that are so dependent on their abilities for, what they can offer to the team fights, those levels are crucially important, far more important than gold. You see the TP down bot. They're going to go ahead and defend this tower from the push. Clockwerk picking up some of the gold that he missed earlier on when he was down here supporting... excuse me, my voice is a little rough here. Supporting Bounty Hunter. And with those last couple fights, Infernity pulling ahead by 2 kills. We see the stun. Able to lock down Lone Druid, and they do take down Shadow Demon very, very quick. And Lone Druid caught out here. Going to be 4 against 1, and there's not a lot you can do about that. Do pop the Aegis, but I don't think he's going to be able to get away in this case. Might be able to take down Matori. Quite a lot of damage on him, but no. Great defensive cogs. Going to be able to lock him in. He does take the stun, and this is just too much damage for him to be able to do. He's just trying to cause a little bit of stress for them right now, and I don't think he's going to be able to get out alive. No, he does go down, and Infernity absolutely taking the initiative back from Fnatic. We're starting to see that one of the big issues that Fnatic has, their Shadow Demon, under-leveled, super squishy, not able to survive these team fights, and he's going to just get knocked down immediately. Same thing goes for Leshrac. A little bit better situation, but they need to be hanging out together. Fun needs to be getting those levels. He's kind of staying away from the creeps, doesn't want to die again, but he's way, way under level for this game right now. Half of where he should be, at a minimum. And that's going to be a real liability for Fnatic at this point. They're fighting with only 4 players, essentially.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And kills and deaths really going the way. Bounty Hunter picking up quite a lot. Nature's Prophet, same thing. That's the stuff that that Infernity wants to see. That is absolutely the stuff that Infernity wants to see. But as far as gold goes, you know, Lone Druid, very powerful. As long as he has people around him, they're going to need that. And oh no, I missed out on their gank. They managed to pull Batrider out in the jungle. And we do see the warp there, tether 2 people in. Nature's Prophet with mass mobility, and that's where we see what I was talking about before. Wisp can drag someone in there and come, and instantly, anywhere on the map, you're going to have 3 people. You know, you're going to have Wisps there supporting, increasing attack damage. Bounty Hunter can move around quite fast, especially with track, and get around very quickly through the jungle and around everywhere else. Matori on Nature's Prophet can just teleport wherever he's needed, and you know, very, very quickly, all of a sudden you have 3 people around you, where previously there were none, and it's very hard to ward against that sort of thing.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh no, and Fnatic loses their courier. I'm not sure where, but that's another huge unfortunate thing. Gold absolutely got to be swinging the way of Radiant. Yep. Infernity up by almost 2,000 now, coming ahead for the first time in the whole game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And XP probably falling exactly the same. Yes, a plus 1,000, and they're starting to take the lead here. Kills ahead, gold ahead, and experience. Fnatic, very early towers, very early hard push, early kills, and they're sort of losing the strong initiative that they had. Keep getting caught out 1, 2 at a time. Santana Smurf taking a ton of damage here. Gonna get caught out. Does get disrupted. Gonna take a lot of damage. They're absolutely focusing him down. There goes the wall by Batrider. Will Santana go down? Matori taking a lot of damage too. Nobody dead yet. Clockwerk goes down. There's the lasso. And yes, Ion Shell's gonna take out Nature's Prophet. And that's 2. Bounty Hunter able to get away. Did track Fun. Fun's still very low, but actually probably 2 levels out of just that fight alone. And Fnatic's going to take advantage of this time to push as hard as they can. They know that that Nature's Prophet isn't going to be able to, you know, just float up and do as much damage as he was able to do before. But here we go. We see the supports getting caught out again. A lot of damage. Petricko doing, well, 130, 114. Batrider going to come in. Missed the Ion Shell on Batrider. I think he was trying to get it on Batrider rather than one of the creeps. But he's going to see if he can't get in here and knock down the Wisp. Wisp tethering to Batrider. I'm sorry, to Wisp tethering to Bounty Hunter and able to get out of there very fast. And they're going to have to go ahead and pull back here. Not a great team fight. Definitely didn't go as well for Infernity as it could have. They were looking for a lot of damage on Lone Druid that they just weren't unable to get. But Fnatic really absolutely losing the initiatives in this fight. Take a look at the gold here. We see another slight dip, but it's going to move right back up towards the side of them. Same here. Stopped them at about 2,000. Got a couple of kills. But here we see those early ganks. They're able to get out very quick. A lot of mobility from both sides here. SMURFDOTA doing a lot of damage, but not enough of the kind of group damage that I think Fnatic needs to be able to counter all this. And they need sight. They need sight. Bounty Hunter just tearing them up. But Smurf's still there, not able to stop Smurf's farm. He's doing very well. Very well still. They know that Bounty is around here somewhere. Are they going to run into everybody else? Puck comes out, does warp. And are they going to just go for a full push on top? Perhaps, perhaps not. It looks like they might try to go in for the kill on Bounty Hunter. Still unable to suss him out. And really just the most beneficial thing I think that they could do at this point is get themselves a gem. Get themselves a gem with the massive amount of mobility that's offered by both Nature's Prophet and Wisp. They just can't afford to be purchasing a ton of sentries to have everywhere with them. They're really looking for the ability to kind of chase down. Oh, and there it is on Lone Druid. There's our gem. I mean, they know that right now Bounty Hunter is definitely the most deadly that they have to go up against. Bounty Hunter able to do quite a lot of damage at this point, picking up he has finished his BKB, and it looks like they're going to knock down Wisp very quick, absolutely just melted there. Not enough of Infernity over here in order to do what they need to do. They do have sight, and Bounty Hunter's going to go down here. A lot of damage. As you can see, if he can TP, does he make it out? No! Does get killed. Takes the hit by Leshrac, and they're going to be able to take this tower. Two very big players down. Wisp playing very well so far. It looks like Shadow Demon is going to move back. Was able to pick up quite a few levels there, but they're going to go ahead and try to pressure this bottom tower a bit. Going to have to hold back from the trees, and no, it looks like they're going to go ahead and just pull right back. Great push for them. Gem pays for itself almost immediately. Being able to get Bounty Hunter there, vacuum him from off here where he was just trying to get a track, vacuum him from off here over here so where you can get those hits, lock him down even though Bounty pops his BKB, unable to handle that amount of damage, and you know, even with avoiding stuns and stuff, that's quite a lot to deal with. Leshrac going to go down, taking a lot of damage and getting stunned by the tether off of Wisp, and there's that same problem that Fnatic is having. They keep getting caught out one or two at a time, just like Nixel is going to be right now, and he'll be going down to the entire team. Will he be able to blink out? Does he have blink? Yes. Disappear and boom! Dark Seer able to get the kill with just ion shell damage. So they're going to go ahead, pressure this bottom tower, and Fnatic definitely swinging back their way, but for both teams really, it's really coming down to getting picked off one at a time. And Bounty Hunter not having the advantage that he needs at this point. Going in for Roche, they know that they're in there, they can see what's happening. And now they definitely can see. Fnatic going to pull out here. See defense, going to make a move on Leshrac. Leshrac going down. Now they're already one short. Puck's still down on cooldown. But I think they're going to go ahead and try and commit here. Try to finish off Roche before Infernity can get in here. And will they be able to do enough damage? Yes! They have sight on Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter's going to go down. And that's the damage. Really, that's all the damage for Team Infernity. Already done. Matori not able to do as much. Gonna get yanked out. Picks up the Aegis, and Matori gonna go down here to a lot of damage. There's the Entangle, just very unlucky. And this is absolutely a huge win for Fnatic. Able to take out two, able to kill the Bounty Hunter, stop his momentum, picking up a lot more farm. Lone Druid and Dark Seer still very far ahead. Clockwerk not able to... not as useful nearly as he should be for this level at this point in the game. You know, you expect kind of a grapple hook or a hook shot in there, pop the cogs, lock them in, dump your AoE damage, whatever you've got. You know, get those trees in there, and it looks like Bounty Hunter being very aggressive. And here's what we're seeing again: just able to get around very quick. And they're going to chase down Bounty. They know who their priority target is. Infernity only has one carry, really. And, you know, and Nature's Prophet is not it. Nature's Prophet unable to get the massive amount of farm that you would expect from him early on. And Bounty Hunter getting far more kills. Perhaps not far more. Couple more.
Dire's bottom tower is under
But I think they're fairly confident. Nature's Prophet, too, picking up a mechanism, so not going full carry early on in the game. Nature is really going to have to try to win this game through pushing and not through sheer damage. So they're really going to be lacking in sheer damage unless they can keep Fnatic distracted, basically, while they knock down their towers. They're going to continually get forced back like this.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That Rider, full Blink and Force Staff, going to be very, very useful, able to get him out, get him in, lasso somebody, and get him out in a very short amount of time. Leshrac, of course, picking up his supporty items, and Fun really closing the gap very quickly from the level deficit that he had before. So that's going to be very big for Fnatic. They definitely need that. Lone Druid quite far ahead as far as levels. Same thing with Batrider. Going to put them at a big advantage, too. He sees the track, so he knows Bounty's got to be around here somewhere. I don't know. Bounty should know that he has the Gem of Truth sight on him. Kind of a dangerous person to throw that track on, because you know that's the guy that you don't want to know that you're around, so that he doesn't go hunting you down. seems like they're going to go ahead and just ignore it. They're going to make the push on mid. Here comes the rocket, do a little bit of damage. They know that they're all coming, so expect to see Infernity pile up around the bottom or mid tower and look for the defense here. Fnatic smoked up, but they're all going to get revealed in short order, and kind of an odd smoke actually for them to use. They had already been seen by the rockets, so would they have expected they'd move anywhere else? I'm going to yank Wisp out very quickly. Another massive full team pull off, but too much damage coming out of SMURFDOTA. He is well farmed. He is doing quite a lot of damage, and that bear too, not someone you want to get locked in with, and able to take down the tower at full speed. Diabolic Edict coming off the Leshrac, and they're just shredding towers. Went down very quick. Clockwerk's going to go ahead and buy back, and I'm not sure Bounty Hunter having to walk all the way around so that he doesn't get caught out. And yeah, you know what? They were able to take it back. Fnatic getting caught one at a time. Infernity, I should say. Able to take advantage of Fnatic being a little bit spread out, a little bit caught one at a time. But here's where we see the farm advantage that Fnatic was able to get a little bit earlier on in the game. Absolutely shutting down Nature's Prophet. He doesn't have a sheep stick, probably what he was going for next, but he doesn't have sheep stick. He doesn't have any damage items really, and Fnatic has sort of the superior team fight heroes that are able to really like just tap and yank out Bounty Hunter, do a lot of damage to them. They have AoE damage, they have stuns, they have, you know, initiation, and they have some push. So, or they're quite a bit of push in the form of Shadow Demon, Leshrac, and Darkseer. So somewhat superior picks and good play by both teams, but I think Fnatic's going to be able to take this one unless Matori is able to take his Nature's Prophet, get out, start knocking down towers without Fnatic being able to pull over and stop him. But of course, Fnatic being very, very good about keeping TPs on all their players. Maybe not all their players. And they still haven't burned the Aegis. So Bear doing very well, Maelstrom and Skullbasher. Really just Hanamite is kind of crucial on Lone Druid when you see this sort of play. And you are stocking up basically two heroes. Alright, we see the Rockets go out, check if they were on the Ancients, but apparently not. And Bounty Hunter here looking to maybe scout out someone that's standing around by themselves. But I don't see Petricko being able to pull off any kind of the solo ganks that he was before. I mean, unless Fun as Shadow Demon or and they have sight of him. There it is, and he's going to go down right now. Does get hit by the Skull Bash. Expect to see an entangled. BKB is up, but no, he's going to die very quick. And with just that, anytime, it's going to be very hard for them to get rid of that gem. Anytime he's going to get caught out if he's going around by himself, he's going to have at least two people on him, Lone Druid and the Bear. There's not a lot you can do about that. They're smoked up. We're going to look to try and take this top tower right now without the rest of them being there. Without the rest of Fnatic being there. If they can push this lane, push it fast, try to take down the tower. But Fnatic does have teleport. So you can expect that they'll be there to defend. And I would say that at this point Fnatic has much more push ability than Infernity does at this point either. So they're going to go for the top tower. It's going to take it down actually fairly quickly. A lot of damage coming out of Nature Prophet's trees. But this is a race that I think Fnatic is confident that they can win. There goes the bottom tower. They're going to go ahead and try to keep pushing. And no, we see TPs going down towards mid. They are losing racks to Mega Creeps here on the mid lane, and they are going to have to pull back. Bottom tower goes down, and man, Bear doing just an insane amount of damage and continuing to pick up gold. Great micro from Smurf. There, see the cogs go up. They're going to be able to take Kale out fairly quickly. No, there's the disruption, going to protect him, and Diabolic Edict does go through that, able to get a bit more damage out. But 2 damage, 2, 3 kills. We get a buyback from Bounty Hunter, buyback from Wisp. Is Puck able to buy back? No. I have this in here somewhere. Where the hell is buyback? There we go. And that's the entirety of the team. We do see the buyback. Leshrac still the only one down. Not Bounty Hunter. Batrider a little bit low. But just massive push, and Matori not able to do enough damage to the tower. You see he was trying to take it down before he had a TP back. Not able to do enough. That bear absolutely crushing barracks. And Fun, I think regretting a little bit his lack of a TP scroll here. And he will go down.
A strange time to hibernate.
So very aggressive warding on the part of Fnatic, and really able to take a huge advantage. Mid-range rack goes down to the mega melee creeps on mid while they're taking the bottom tower and the bottom rack. So now Infernity having to deal with mega creeps on two fronts while they're lacking sort of the large push advantage that Fnatic has. Nature's Prophet can push, but not against mega creeps as effectively. The mega creeps do tear through his trees quite heartily with vigor, and you know, I don't believe he has Agnum Scepter, so his ultimate's not going to be quite as effective either. It's just absolutely rough. I'm not sure how they're going to be able to take this one back. Bounty Hunter is being seen and getting out a little bit far right now. 3 guys here. You don't want to get stunned, man. You don't want to get stunned, and there's the stun. There's the drag with the entangle, and he's going to go down very quickly. So yeah, Infernity's big damage dealer absolutely getting taken down, and I'm not sure how Infernity is going to be able to take this one back. And Wisp goes down. Clockwerk a little bit out of position. Clockwerk not really contributing as well as we would hope to this entire fight. 15 assists, but only, 5 deaths, 1 kill. Very low farm. And yeah, very low farm. Lower than Wisp, and low level. And I think that's going to be it. Probably going to see a GG now. Don't think that Nature's Prophet has the push that they need to be able to kind of like backdoor and take it back. You see Nature's Prophet go down here. Clockwerk and Puck, the only ones still standing. A lot of damage come out. Up go the cogs. But no, he is going to get hit, and just too much damage. And there's the GG from Infernity. And they'll be disconnecting. So 36 minutes in, Fnatic takes their 2nd win of the tournament so far. First team, I think, to have played 2 matches. So they are 2-0. And great play by Fnatic. Really able to pull it back there. Lone Druid getting great farm. Smurf playing very well. And they got caught out a few times. Definitely dealing with that level disadvantage that Leshrac and Shadow Demon had as we were hitting around the 20-minute mark, or maybe 15-minute mark. Big level disadvantage, but you know, able to come back, get those levels back. Radiant not able to take, you know, full advantage of that opening that Fnatic had kind of given them at that point. Clockwerk completely under farm the entire time. Great play by Darkseer and shutting him down early. Nature's Prophet unable to get farm that he needed early game to really become a big issue. And Bounty Hunter, while good in the early game, I don't think really the carry that they needed to kind of put all their hopes in as the game went on. It really became, as soon as Lone Druid got that gem, Bounty Hunter stopped being effective at all. And we saw that very clearly. But great game by both teams, Infernity and Fnatic North America. And we look forward to seeing both teams play as the tournament goes on. My name is Mr. Icarus. This has been another WaxWingedGamer cast. Noobcast for noob gamers, or anybody who likes to hear me get excited about stuff. And, you know, people who aren't too worried about how all that might be going. In any case, if you like the video, do please subscribe, like the video, and constructive criticism as far as my casting and everything else is always greatly accepted. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.